Boys and girls, it's the GOAT, Aaron Brown. And I'm back. On this video, I will be doing my men's 200-meter predictions for the United States Olympic Trials team. We had a lot of people that run decent this year in the 200, which we have every year. But I want to remind y'all, it's an Olympic year, and all these boys full of dope. So it's going to be a dope off in that final, and it's going to be who doping the hardest, who trapping the hardest. Granted, they got Noah Lyles as the face, NBC pushing them, USATF pushing them, USADA pushing them, so he can dope more than the rest of these guys, and he'll never get a positive test. And if he do, they still gonna let him run. So that's why he be talking the way he talking. So he should be the favorite to win this meet, but let's just go through, look at everybody and see what, or just see how everybody else fares against bro ass. And I think despite there being so much talent here in the United States, there's only like 6 people, I would say, who has a fighting chance. 6 or 7 people has a fighting chance of making this team. We haven't really seen Erryion Knighton this year. Courtney Lindsay, he ran that 1971 into a negative headwind in Botswana. I mean, not Botswana, in Kenya. But, you know, it's at high altitude, so that rounded to like a 19.8. Kenny Benair, he opened up with the world lead 1967, which is faster than he ran at the last Olympics to get his silver medal, where he stepped on Noah Lyles' ass, and Noah Lyles' ass got third. And we haven't seen Erryion Knighton run the 200 since indoor, but he ran 20.2 indoor, so it goes to show he's in great shape. And then he also ran a 4x1 earlier this year at Tom Jones, where he literally turned the curve into a straightaway. So I ain't even worried about him. Like, I already know he in shape to move. He in shape to bank head bounce. He in shape to do what he do. And despite us not seeing him this year, I mean, as much as we wanted to, or see him in the open 200 this year, we seen him indoor. He was running fast in, and he's been training, so he'll be straight. But recently, we seen that he was like provisionally suspended, and that's the reason he wasn't running. And it just made me question, like, there's a lot of people that's not running, but they're healthy, they're training. Like, are they provisionally suspended as well? Notable name, Marvin Bracey. Like, Marvin Bracey dropped a training video with all track access last week, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh yeah, he looking ready for the trials. And everybody was saying he was going to open up at the trials. Then the start list dropped for the trials, and his name is nowhere to be on it despite him being healthy. And after seeing this Erryion Knighton situation, it just made me wonder, like, how many of these other guys are provisionally suspended and they out not saying nothing? Yeah, like, that's just, you know, it's kind of odd in my opinion. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why are these guys even allowed to just be quiet? Like, we need a reason why these motherfuckers sitting out. But that's neither here nor there. This is the top-ranked list in the United States this year for the 200. We got Kenny B, Courtney Lindsay, Noah Lyles, Jamarian Stubbs, Lance Lane, Robert Gregory, Kennedy Leitner, Fred Curley, Nicholas Harper. That's the top 10, with Erryion Knighton indoor time being number 11. And out of the college kids on this list, the only one that's going to make that final is Robert Gregory. He's been there before. He got second place at the NCAA championship despite being hurt damn near all year. Came back, got second. And the person he lost to isn't even from the United States. So pretty much he was the first place American at the NCAA championship. Despite people running 19s all year, they showed up and folded when it was time. And Robert just went on to prove that he's a game-time performer. And when it's time to step, he steps. And I want to look into the results from last year, from trials, from the final, and just see who was there. And let's see who can, like, get back there and things of that nature. So last year, Erryion Knighton won the trials. Kenny B got second. Courtney Lindsay got third. He outleaned Fred for third. And I know a lot of people were saying Fred Curley didn't have that good of a year last year. And despite him not having a good year, he still ran 19.8 and some rolled-ass spikes. And just happened to be outleaned by Courtney Lindsay. Robert Gregory, the college kid I was telling y'all about, he was in that final too. He was right there in fifth. We got Christian Coleman. Christian Coleman is going to be a factor in the 200 every time. Like, he's going to be in the final. He's going to come off that curve first, and we just going to have to see. And then Kyrie King. I think the final this year will look very similar to last year. I think Fred's going to make the final. He's going to run something similar, or he may even run faster. You never know. It's Olympic year. Kenny B's gonna run faster. Courtney Lindsay gonna run faster. Erryion Knighton gonna run. So you just, bro, when you get in that final, bro, you just never know what's gonna happen until everybody cross the line. So now I'm gonna go into my predictions, who I think that'll get top 3 at the trials. So first place, I got Kenny Benier winning. He's been looking the best this year. He's having the most confidence. He talking the way he talking. He acting the way he acting. So clearly he knows something we don't know. And he also said this is his first year as a pro where he's fully healthy. He haven't had no injuries this year. I said, damn, so if he been doing that other stuff off of injuries, like 2021, he got second place at the Olympics. And he was injured that year. So if he ain't been injured that year, this year, it's finna be a problem with Kenny Benier. Second place, I got Noah Lyles. And the only reason I got Noah Lyles getting second in this 200 is because he was saying how he's not really training to peak and run that fast at trials. It's going to be fast, but it's not going to be that fast. And he's more focused on the Olympic Games. And I think Kenny will win just because Kenny wants to win the trials more. And in third place, I got Erryion Knighton, but I wouldn't be surprised if he win the whole thing. Like I tell y'all, all these track guys be full of dope, but it done came out that bro's really full of dope. Like y'all get to see in HD, see that I wasn't just talking. But he got caught doping, taking trend. You know, USA and USADA came out with a story that they always come with. Oh, he ate contaminated meat. But let's be real. We already know what time it is. Motherfucker was 17 years old running 19.4. Erryion Knighton is going to move, and he's going to make that team. And then I think fourth, fifth, sixth place would be like Fred Curley, Robert Gregory, Christian Coleman. And then like Kyrie King will be in the final. And yeah, things of that nature. But this is my top 3 list. Who do y'all think down below is going to get top 3? But like I said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Erryion Knighton win the whole thing. Like the way, even early in the year when he ran in Florida, when I seen bro turn that curve into a straightaway, the way he came around that bend, just walked past everybody, I said, nah, bro's about to be a serious, serious problem this year. Like, that's the old Erryion Knighton. He just looks stronger. He looks bigger. I'm like, yeah, bro, he's about to be an issue. And then we didn't see him no more after that, so we were speculating that maybe he was hurt. Things that was really, like, we were just thinking he was hurt. Nobody said nothing. But he was provisionally suspended, but he was still training. And they got it cleared. Now he's going to run. But that's my list for the USA trial.